then welcome to a brand new video. This is Happy Beyond Numbers, where we make maths easy to learn. Now in this video, we'll be looking at improper and then mixed fractions, and then we'll look at how to change from one to the other. In our very first introductory video, we defined what improper and then mixed fractions are, and I hope you still do remember them. Just a quick recap. When we talk of improper fractions, they are fractions whose numerator are more than, or let me say they are greater than the denominator. Those are improper fractions. So some examples can be what we have as 5 over 3, and then 7 over 4, easy. And then some examples also as 9 over 8. For these we have over here, you can see our numerator, which is the one on top, are bigger. Our numerators are bigger than what the denominators. Hence, we say they are improper fractions. And then also in the introductory video, we looked at what mixed fractions are. And we said for the mixed fractions, they have what? A mixture, or they have a combination of whole numbers and then a proper fraction. So some of the examples were what? 2 whole number 1 over 3. This here is a mixed fraction. And then we have 5 whole number 2 over 5. This over here is also a mixed fraction. And then finally, we have the 3 whole number 3 over 4. Right? So these are some of the things we talked about in our introductory video. Now, in this video, we are looking at how to convert from improper fraction to a mixed fraction. Then afterwards, we'll look at how to convert also from mixed fraction to what we call the improper fraction. So take your notebooks and your pens or pencils and then learn along. So the first thing we'll be looking at is how to convert from improper fractions to what? Mixed fractions. Now, they are very, very simple to do. So let's take a look at what we have to do here. So first of all, you would always have to divide the numerator by the denominator, just as I said earlier on. And then your quotient becomes your whole number. Quotient is just the whole number you get, or whatever you are getting on top of your division sign. That is if you are using the long division. The remainder you have after the division becomes your what? Numerator. And then the denominator of the previous improper fraction is still the same as the denominator of your new proper fraction. So let's pick some examples so that our understanding would be clearer, so that we understand it better. So for instance, let's look at number 1. We have to convert 7 over 3 to a mixed fraction. So based on what we are saying, all right, we said we are converting 7 over 3 to a mixed fraction. Our instruction said, first of all, we should divide the numerator by our denominator. So we can use the long division method or any other method you want. That means we are going to divide the 7 by the 3. That is, we are dividing the numerator by the what? Denominator. Doing our long division now, we are going to get what we call 7 divided 7. 3 divided 7, how many times? Twice. And 3 times 2, we know gives us what? A 6. After this, we do what? We subtract. Then we say 7 minus 6 gives us a 1. I hope that makes sense. We say that the top number over here is what we call our quotient. That is what we are calling the quotient. And then this number we have over here is what we are calling the remainder. That is what remains after our division. To write the number as a mixed fraction, it then becomes what? The quotient, which is 2 whole number Then the remainder here becomes our new numerator. So 1 over this denominator, or what you use to divide, 3. Let me take that again. So first of all, we are doing our division. 7 divided by 3. We use the long division method to do that over here. You see? Okay. So after dividing that, what we have up here, which we call the quotient, becomes our whole number. So our whole number, 2. Then the remainder here becomes the new numerator, as you see here, over the 3. The 3 is your divisor. Okay? So let's take another one, and if you don't really understand, perhaps the next one might throw more light on what you need explanation on. This question here says we are to convert 11 over 4. We are to convert 11 over 4 to mixed fraction. So following the same instruction, what we do is we are dividing 11 by 4. So let me do my long division symbol here. And then the numerator stays inside, whilst our denominator, which is 4, is outside. We can now start with what? Our division. So we ask ourselves, 4 divides 11 how many times? 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12. Hence, let's come down. 4 times 2. So we are using 2 here. And 4 times 2, we know, gives us what? An 8. What we do is to subtract. So 11 minus 8. And 11 minus 8 gives us a 3. This 3 here is the remainder. We don't want to go into decimals. No. We need that remainder because that becomes the numerator of our new fraction. So with this done, this we have here, we said is called the quotient. So it simply means our 11 over 4 has now become what? The quotient first. So 2 whole number. Then your remainder, which is 3. 3 over your divisor, which is 4. So 4. You see, very straightforward. Once again, we divide, then our quotient here becomes what? The whole number. This over here becomes the new numerator. You see? And then this here becomes your what? Your denominator. Right? And that gives us 2 whole number, 3 over 4. So let's try one last example, after which I'll give some exercises to try. And then we move to converting mixed fractions to improper fractions. So we have to convert 20 over 9 to mixed fractions. At this point, you can pause the video, try your hands on it, and then you get back. Okay, so if you're able to try, then well done. You can as well comment your answer in the comment section. So you have to convert 20 over 9 to what? Mixed fractions. Mixed fraction. So just as we have been doing, we'll do our division. So let's put down our long division symbol here. And our 20 is going to be what? What we have inside. Whilst 9 is what? Our divisor. So we ask ourselves, 9 divides 20 how many times? We see our 9 timetable. 9, 1, 9. 9 times 2 is 18, and that is the closest towards 20. So we put our 2 up here. Then we say 9 times 2 gives us what? 18. We write our 18 here and do our subtraction. That is 20 minus 18. 20 minus 18 gives us a 2. And this 2, 9 can certainly not enter. Hence, we are done with our division. We don't want to move towards decimals. So our 20 over 9 is simply going to give us what? The whole number here, which is 2 So we have 2 whole number, then our remainder here, 2 over 9. I hope you got that when you tried. Well done. Now let's write down some exercises you can try on your own at your free time. So this are some questions we can try our hands on. Convert the following improper fractions to mixed numbers. The first one being 13 over 6. Then the next one being a 15 over 4. And then the very last one being what? 18 over 7. Now that we are done converting improper fractions to what? Mixed fractions, let's look at how to convert the mixed fractions into improper fractions. Let's look at how to convert the mixed fractions into what? Improper fractions. Okay, so converting mixed fractions into improper fractions, there are some steps involved. All we need to do is to multiply the whole number by the denominator of the fraction. Then you add the numerator of the fraction. Now, if you do that, the sum or the addition you have done becomes your what? Numerator. Then the denominator of the mixed fraction still remains your denominator. So let me write out that steps so that you can jot that down for reference. So this is what we have here. First of all, multiply the whole number by the denominator. Now you add the numerator to the result of the multiplication. It simply means after multiplying, add the numerator to it. This you've done becomes your new numerator over the old denominator. Let's pick some examples so we understand it better. So for this here, we have to convert two whole number 1 over 3 to improper fraction. We have to convert two whole number 1 over 3 to improper fraction. So we have two whole number 1 over 3, and we are converting it into what? Improper fraction. So the instruction is simple. Let me write it bigger here so we understand. So two whole number 1 over 3. What the instruction says is that what you have here as your 2, let it multiply the 3. You see? So let the whole number you have here multiply the denominator, after which you add the numerator to it. You see? You will add the numerator to it. Simply put, we have 2 times 3. 2 times 3 gives us a 6. You see? So 2 times 3, then plus the numerator. The numerator here, which is what? 1. So we do all this over the old denominator we have here. So over 3. You see? And that gives us 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 1. We have what? 7. Then over the 3. Very straightforward. You see? Let's take it again. So first of all, your whole number you have, you know this two whole number, 1 over 3. So let's multiply that whole number by the denominator. That is 2 times 3. And then let's add the numerator to it. That is what we have done here. Then we say all over the 3. And that should give us a 7 over 3. Let's pick some example and then see if the understanding becomes clearer. So once again, we are converting to improper fraction. It says, let's convert what? 5 whole number 2 over 5. 5 whole number 2 over 5. So let me write that here. We have 5 whole number 2 over 5. You are converting this to what? To an improper fraction. This is actually a mixed fraction. So how do we go about it? We multiply the 5, which is our whole number, by this denominator here. You see, that is 5 times 5. Then we now add the numerator. We add what? The numerator, so plus 2. All over this same denominator here, 5. And that gives us what? 5 plus 5, we have, 5 times 5. We have 25. And 25 plus 2 gives us a what? A 27. So we are going to get 27 over 5. This here is our improper fraction representation of this mixed fraction we have here. Let's try our very last question, and then I give an exercise for trials. So what do we have here? We have to convert 7 whole number 5 over 6 to an improper fraction. You see? So once again, we have our 7 whole number 5 over 6. And you can pause and then quickly solve it. So you come back and then check your answer. Okay. So 7 times 6. We know that gives us a what? 42. All right. So we have 7 times 6, then plus this numerator, 5, all over 6. You see? And 7 times 6 gives us 42. So 42 plus 5, giving us a 47. So we have 47 over 6. I do hope you have understood what we've done today. So in this video, we have looked at how to convert mixed fractions into improper fractions, and how to also convert these improper fractions to mixed fractions. To convert from improper to mixed, we said you would have to do what? Divide, and then write out your quotient, then your remainder over the denominator. But then for mixed fraction, we said you multiply the whole number by the denominator, add it to the numerator, all over what? Your old denominator. I do hope you have understood. For how to convert fractions into decimals, we have already done it in our previous video. Hence, in our next question, we'll look at comparing fractions. We'll look at comparing of fractions. So here are some questions for you to try on converting of mixed to improper fractions. So here are some questions for you to try your hands on. And then you can always put your answers in the comment section. See you in our next video. Stay blessed.